had a dream that it was me and a whole bunch of other kids, and we would go away on some type of missions, or we would just go away for a long time, like coming into the earth, or coming into some other dimension or whatever, some other world. And then we would come back, and when we came back, we had to take these different tests. It was like some kind of course that was, but we was all children. I don't know if we stayed children when we went to the different worlds. When we came back, we was all children. And I would say we was probably like teenage age. So we was like these teenage age, and we had to take these like tests of going into these different buildings and trying to figure stuff out in different buildings. And some of the buildings looked abandoned and things like that. So it was, the test was kind of intense. Like you really had to not be afraid. But we was in a group anyway. But the test was usually the same test. Like if you go into these different buildings and you have to figure things out, and then you get out of that building and you go into another one, and you're just trying to figure things out as you go along, like to pass this test, this course that we had to take. And usually when we left these worlds and came back, the test was the same, but this time the test was all different. It was more intense because it was different. And it was this kid, this boy with black hair, who was the devil. He kept complaining that the test had changed, and he was like, and in this dream too, I could feel God's presence, like he was, like the presence of the Lord, like a shadow, almost like a silhouette was there. Like you knew his presence was there. He was looking on. And the devil, as a kid, a teenager, we was like teenagers, he was complaining, oh, the test has changed. What's wrong with him? He changed the test on us. And he was really complaining a lot. And in the dream, I was upset too that the test had changed. But I didn't like that it changed myself. And he was just kind of gathering kids together not to take the test correctly, and to do the wrong things, just to get out of there, like, oh, forget this test, and like that. And I was like, okay, I don't like the test that it changed too, because you used to just know it and be able to go through it and you was done. But now it's more work because we got to figure everything out for real because the test changed. I was like, but I'm not gonna just blow the test off and be like you and just go off the test. We need to finish this test. But the devil, he had gathered a bunch of kids to follow him and just blow the test. And so, I was like, well, that's on y'all. And I remember looking at them as they was blowing the test in a group and left. And like I said, I was upset too when I was looking at them. I was like, why did the test have to change? But it's a lot of more work, but we still need to finish it. And me and these other kids, the majority of the kids didn't go with the devil. And we stayed, and we was finishing up the test to get the test correctly. Because there was a knowing in the dream that you couldn't really celebrate and you couldn't be back all the way until you finish these tests. We was coming back to heaven from wherever we had left from. The dream didn't really show me that. It was just we was coming back from different areas, and we couldn't all the way get to heaven, like get to our, the point of being with our mansions and stuff like that, I guess. Well, maybe we was at our mansions and we had to take the test too. I don't know, but we had to be done with these tests in order to be, settled and just ready to, get to the point where it's no more tests, no more classes, no more tests, whatever. Well, in this dream, it wasn't classes, it was tests. And so I was like, well, let's just get it together. And so And the type of test, I'm trying to explain. It was like you had to be a detective. You went into the building, you look for different clues in these buildings, like a detective, and try to figure out where to go next and like how to defeat this building in a way. Like you defeated that part, and then you figure out, it was like a maze almost too. Like it wasn't a maze, but it was like when you complete the test in the building, it tells you where to go next, like which building to go to next for the test. And you got to keep trying to figure that out until you're done with the test. So, but yes, the devil, he was just, this is my second dream about him when he was little. Had another dream that he was little and he was acting like he was God, and once again he was that dream he was a lot younger. But yeah, the devil, he was evil, you know. Second time I've been shown that he was once little. I had somebody else say to me, no, he was always big. I mean, how do you know that? I've been shown lately that he was once little and he was evil even when he was little. So there we go. God help us all.